करण नहीं होता तो
I can
आज
start?
अर्जुन नहीं
Okay.
अर्जुन भी नहीं होता.
I need a minute. I did not hear, like, it took me a minute to hear that Karan Arjun joke. Okay. Hi guys, my name is Dishya and I'm from News 18 Showsha. Today we have with us one leg of Love Stories 2, Sujoy, Tamannaah and Vijay. Hi guys, welcome.
Thank you so much.
So how many legs are there?
There are 4, no?
Oh, 4 legs.
Oh, it's an animal, four-legged.
I'm going to be laughing a lot in this interview. I'm really sorry.
How
about
open are these legs?
इंटरव्यू चल रहा है बीच में कैसे आ रही है?
हाँ कल क्या boring था ना वो? It wasn't actually like that. No. So basically this man is driving, right?
Do better.
Huh?
You can do better.
Yeah, we can do better. Yeah.
No, you. We are doing good.
We're doing good, no? Tamannaah
Me
bol.
and Tamannaah are doing good.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of laughing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tamannaah is going to
I'm
now
sorry
tell us.
for
Tell us.
laughing now.
Yeah.
We can laugh. It's allowed in the interview. क्या बोलूँ मैं सर अब बताइए.
Story के बारे में बोल दो.
बता दो पूरी स्टोरी बता दो किसी को नहीं बोलूंगी मैं. नीना जी वेरी nicely says that शादी से पहले टेस्ट ड्राइव करना चाहिए. Do you all believe in शादी से पहले टेस्ट ड्राइव?
I believe in everything Neena ji says.
That's a good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neena ji knows it all.
Yeah.
Whatever Neena ji says, we do it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find. No, I can't say this. Yeah, absolutely. Nina ji is right.
Hi guys, my name is Dishya and I'm from News 18 Showsha. Today we have with us one leg of Love Stories 2, Sujoy, Tamannaah and Vijay. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi. I want to start off by asking that, I watched the teaser before coming in and while it is very curious, I'm still unsure what your set of the story is. Could you tell us more about
We
it?
are unsure.
Could you please tell us more about the story?
The story is very simple. It's there's a couple who has been separated for a while and they meet suddenly. And it's the process of finding, each other out and how they figure out what has happened in the past few years when they haven't met and why they haven't met. क्या boring था ना वो? It wasn't actually like that. No. So basically this man is driving, right?
Do better.
Huh?
You can do better.
Yeah, we can do better. Yeah.
No, you. We are doing good.
We're doing good, no? Tamannaah
Me
bol.
and Tamannaah are doing good.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of laughing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tamannaah is going to
I'm
now
sorry
tell us.
for
Tell us.
laughing now.
Yeah.
We can laugh. It's allowed in the interview. क्या बोलूँ मैं सर अब बताइए.
Story के बारे में बोल दो.
बता दो पूरी स्टोरी बता दो किसी को नहीं बोलूंगी मैं.
Well, it's just it is a thriller format, which is absolutely Sujoy sir's, forte, and we are very happy to be a part of that world.
Forte.
There are two. I was going to say two kids. I don't know why.
So, दो इंसान हैं.
Two kids.
Okay.
2 kids in the park.
Vijay is going somewhere and he suddenly sees somebody he thinks he knows. He's like, "Oh, I know that person. Who have I seen this person? Oh!" And he thinks, "अरे इसको तो मैं पहचानता हूँ." And he goes and meets this person. And this is a person he hasn't met for the last 10 years?
10 years.
10 years, and that is two. And we realize that's his wife. And he figures it out, what happened exactly, that his wife was missing for 10 years.
I want to go on to ask that, their pairing is very unconventional. So how did you go about bringing both of them together? Did you have them in your mind once the story was in place?
Actually, it's very weird. I met Tamannaah before I started writing a little bit. Vijay was working with in Devotion. So the character that I was creating was quite Vijay-like. A creepy fellow. So it came sort of naturally Vijay.
Just say that it's a joke.
Huh?
Yeah,
You have to, otherwise they won't get it. It's a joke.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
He had a smile.
It's a joke. He's not a creepy fellow at all. He just looks creepy. He's not. And then Tamannaah, surprisingly, I met her and she was very keen to, do something. And we were both keen to do something together. And then I presented the script to her and she agreed. And that's how it worked out. Yeah. But if you ask me, the characters I wrote surprisingly fit them very well. So it was more the demand of the character and how suitable they were for it. If they weren't, I wouldn't have gone to them. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, it makes absolute sense. I also think like many a times I feel like projects also kind of come together. There is, I think, the certain thing to it. Like it all kind of, when it has to come at a certain timing, it just does. So it's probably this is one of those.
So when both of you all were brought into the same room for the first time for the project, what were your impressions of each other? Because both of you, the kind of work both of you all have done are very different from each other. So what were your first thoughts about each other, and then how did it go about on the shoot?
Well, I definitely thought that I'm going to get a chance to work with an actor who has been so consistent in delivering performances which are so diverse and so powerful, and he's quite a chameleon. He really changes the way he even approaches a certain character, and I've seen all his work from his past, and I was like, अगर इस project में कुछ नहीं होगा तो मैं इन दोनों से कुछ सीख लूँगी. So that was honestly the reason why I'd want to do this project, because for me as an artist, I'm at that point where I feel like there are certain subjects like lust which was a stigma for me growing up. Like I was that audience that would, get awkward sitting with my family watching something like that. I would start looking around, I would start fidgeting, or I'd be uncomfortable. And for a large part of my career, I didn't do any intimacy in my movies or in anything that I showcased. So for me, it was a journey from coming out of being an artist who kind of catered to a more massier audience, now to doing stuff which, growing up for me, was a stigma. I just don't want that to happen to, the audience now, because they don't need that anymore. And I think it's that illusion is broken for me. So I'm enjoying this process of exploring myself as an artist and doing varied kind of characters and work. And working with him was just actually kind of a key to open. It actually opened my mind towards what more I can do. So yeah, that's how it was for me. That was not my first impression, but what I took away after working on Lust with Vijay and Sujoy.
Vijay, what about you?
What was my first impression? I just felt like, I guess I read the script, so I know what the script was asking from me and this character that Tamannaah is playing, and I felt like she's such a great fit for the part, and the surprising and beautiful part of this was how willing and how ready she was to hop on and explore this story and this character, and it became very easy because we were both very excited to do this together. We were very excited to do this with Sujoy. So there was when you're excited about doing something, when you're completely in it, then the process becomes very fun. And I'd seen some of her work, and she's such an icon in so many ways. I'd seen Bahubali when it came out in theatres. I saw her recent release, Bubbly Bouncer, just before we shot. And I just felt like she's got so much to give, so much to offer, and it's an enigma, this character, when you watch the film. Like she's got something, and Tamannaah has that. So it was very nice.
I want to ask from all three of y'all, before we started the interview, all three of y'all had enough inside jokes to crack, and y'all were cracking up so much. How was it on sets? And how long?
It was very serious.
अब क्या बताएं? हमारे साथ क्या हुआ उन 4 दिनों में?
Yeah, it was.
So basically, I was very unwell, so I cancelled the first day of my shoot. So he was basically going through a turmoil. He was like, is Tamannaah going to come, not come? Is this going to happen, not happen? Of course, Vijay just thought I had cold feet. Everyone had weird ideas of what's going on. But I think the schedule was really short, and there was a lot of work that all of us had to put in. And I think we were just, like Vijay said, we were all so involved, and we were really enjoying the process, is why probably we got through it. But it was a very grueling 7-8 days of shoot.
Yeah.
My next question is to you again, is that I don't want to sound make you sound very old, but I have seen most of your movies when I was in college and I started off my career.
But मैं भी छोटी थी. मैंने 15 साल की उम्र में काम करा.
I know. That's why I'm telling
You're
you.
probably the same age when you watched my work.
Definitely. And I remember still, like, I still have memories of going and watching Paya in theatre.
You've seen Paya?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. I've seen your work from there.
From the beginning, okay.
Yeah.
It was a Tamil film, which did really well. A good film.
It's a very nice movie. Her chemistry with Karthi is... We still talk about it. Even now we revisit songs and we still discuss the movie. I bunked school and I went and watched that movie.
Good job.
Thank you.
I also bunked college and made the movie. Same to same.
Yay. So,
we didn't do anything like that. Yeah. We were diligent students.
Yeah, we
went
marks.
to school. Yeah. We got 68 in Hindi and all.
Yeah, I got 2 in Hindi, so I'm not...
2?
Don't.
Okay. I really want to talk about this for next 15 minutes.
We will have a separate conversation.
Way more interesting than love story.
You're the most interesting person I've met.
Yeah, two. Like you don't have lust stories, but you have the 2.
तुमको हिंदी आता है?
बहुत अच्छे से आता है.
2 कैसे आ गए तुमको?
I was not prepared for that exam and I just ended up like...
You were watching her films or what?
But my question is on...
So like, I don't want to talk in Hindi, I want to talk in Tamil only.
Yeah, I got better marks in Tamil that year than Hindi. So
Clearly. Cinema is an influence on your life.
Yeah.
So, most part of your career has gone in Tamil and Telugu cinema, and only very recently you've started focusing a lot more on Bollywood projects. Is there a reason why you took such a long time to focus on Bollywood?
I don't think it's about the language, but for me what happened is I started working down south. I am from Mumbai.
Yeah.
Soon enough after working down south, I had a lot of success and a lot of recognition, which kind of swept me away for very, very many years to do a lot of commercial cinema, to do some really memorable work, some very, very amazing female-centric work. But I think I came to a point where I started feeling very repetitive. I just felt like I was doing the same thing over and over again. I felt like the kind of work I wanted to do, those kind of parts weren't being written. And I think I was evolving faster than what was happening to me. So I came to a point where I was like, I just want to do work that I relate to and I would like to watch. So I think I have generated an audience that watch a certain kind of cinema, but now I want to introduce them to something that I also would like to watch myself. So I'm trying to do that kind of work which excites me and also push my boundaries as an actor, because for female actors, it's a little bit of a struggle to still find well-written parts. After a while, you're still kind of struggling with... and if you're conventionally successful and you're conventionally good-looking, then I think there are a lot of typicalities that get set into the equation.
Typecasting.
Yeah, the typecasting is for real. So the idea is to break that and hopefully let the audience see that you have more than just what they've already seen.
I just want to understand is that Priyanka Chopra very recently opened up about, being cornered in the industry, and, that's when it forced her to go look at a bigger picture. So have you ever faced that kind of a issue that, you're trying to break into something and you're always shown the exit door, or you felt cornered?
I think in my case what happened is I just came to a point where I didn't feel like the parts were written for women. It was more written from the men's point of view, which is fine because in a certain kind of commercial cinema that serves that purpose. But then that cinema, I came to a point where I was on set and I didn't associate with any of the lines I was speaking. So that was alarming for me as an actor, because I love what I do and I do this because it really fulfills me. And my quest is just to be a part of stories that I want to tell, I want to be a part of to tell, and characters that will excite me. So yeah, in the South there is ample, if you're successful, there's ample love and support, which is almost like it's loyal to another degree. Like the kind of fans I have, I know if something goes wrong with me, they'll go fight on the internet for me. I know that's the kind of fan following I've generated and I've been lucky to have experienced. But I feel like I actually owe them even more now, because I feel like I need to make content which empowers them in some capacity, and a lot of women out there, because I think there was, for me in my head, a lot of stigma around subjects like lust itself. And I'm trying to break that for people who are going to be watching the content that I'm a part of.
Vijay, my next question is to you is that, we've seen you in a lot of projects, but fortunately, because of the OTT outburst, we get to see you, lead projects. So before this OTT boom happened, were there any projects where you were trying to break into, but just because you were not the conventional hero, the Bollywood hero that everybody believes in, did you get, were you fighting for projects? Did it take you a lot to convince your directors that, I am fit for the role, even if it's a leading part?
I mean, there is no room for any of such fights, and I don't believe anybody can convince anybody that they are suitable for a part. It's not how it works. It works usually when a director believes in you, you get the part, and the director has to fight with the producer and explain why they want to cast this relatively unknown, unfamiliar, so-called non-bankable face. But that's director's journey, and usually I didn't get there. I didn't get to that space. I got to a place where I was able to pick up even smaller parts, but they had something to do. So I did that. I wasn't considered for the leading parts. And there were occasions when directors wanted me for leading parts, but they told me clearly that nobody else is backing this thought. And I've recently met a producer who had turned me down for a project. Like 4 or 5 years ago, when a director went to this producer, said, I'm wanting to get Vijay for this part. It's like, who Vijay Varma? So I just met this producer yesterday, and she pitched me a story, and she wants me to lead her film. So I just feel like, you need to earn your spot. In the bargain, you might lose some time, maybe a few years. But the good thing that can come out of it is that you evolve as a person, and वो अपना मेहनत का कमाया हुआ ना बहुत अच्छा लगता है फिर. And I don't hold grudges. I don't even remember people who said what, this, that. But I know for a fact that it's not easy to get into movies. It's not easy to especially do leading parts in movies. It's going to be a reality. It's not like anybody can wake up and become an actor. It's not easy.
Sujoy, sir, Tamannaah said in the starting that, thriller is your genre. But everybody knows that you also did a musical. And it completes 20 years. So congratulations on that. So I wanted to know, Jhankar Beats with 20 years behind it. Have you ever thought about regrouping everybody and doing a Jhankar Beats too?
We tried, but we couldn't get a story. It was becoming more to exploit the brand than having a good story. Instead, we were trying to do this film called Reunion, right? And then that didn't happen.
With the same cast?
No.
Okay.
Different cast.
Everybody in my office also ensured that I ask you this question. Are you coming back with another Kahani?
Everybody in your office.
Everybody. Yeah.
We also figured a story in the previous interview.
Yes.
What is going to be the story of his next Kahani also we
Yeah.
figured.
Please.
We worked
Me and Tamannaah.
Yeah, so now I have no option but to make Kahani 3.
We cast ourselves in it.
Yeah, where they think I'm pregnant, but actually he's pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah, it's path-breaking.
No. So Ritesh Deshmukh did it, 2-3.
Oh, damn. Ritesh is everywhere. Doing...
कर चुका है वो?
Yeah, he played a pregnant man in one of the movies. At least it was shown in that way.
Ritesh? Okay.
So there.
No, we'll change. We'll change. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
We'll work
Maybe we're twins this time.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. कुछ तो करेंगे.
So I also have a very small segment where it's going to be a yay or a nay. And since it's lust stories too, it's going to be a little lusty questions.
Ooh, bring it on. Post-lunch lust is very important.
Yeah, we need to...
So
Post-lunch when you're just thinking you need to nap.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of zest.
Yeah, bring on the lust.
Yeah, bring it on. Turn it up.
Yeah.
So the first question. Have you sat through a boring first date? Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Or a yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to share a little more?
No. Clearly there was no lust involved. So.
What about y'all?
Yeah.
She's contemplating.
Yeah, I have.
Have you sat through boring narrations?
Yeah.
I'm asking better questions.
So, had sex on the first date.
Not that lucky. I mean,
Second date?
He's saying second date.
I come from an average middle class family. I have to fight for everything. Nothing comes easy for me.
Sir, ये और नहीं में जवाब दो ऐसा सब.
Oh, yeah, no. Nay.
Nay.
I must have.
Got ghosted. Got ghosted.
Got ghosted by?
No.
Really, no.
If someone would have ghosted you, I swear I would have started a petition online.
Tamannaah is unghostable.
This ghosted
I'm
concept are very recent. Yeah. When we were growing up, there were no ghosted.
नहीं मतलब
But there was no term to it.
No, but nobody
लेटर
did
लिखा
it
किसी
because
ने आपने लेटर लिखा किसी ने लेटर का रिप्लाई नहीं किया ऐसा
वो ghosted नहीं है. वो return to sender है.
वो पोस्टमैन का प्रॉब्लम है.
हाँ. But ghosted is like more mobile kind of a era, I feel.
Have you ever?
I wouldn't remember, sorry. I wouldn't remember if people are ghosting me. Just, and my WhatsApp status is I don't reply. So I'm that guy.
So then, there. The next question you answered. My next question was, have you ghosted anybody?
Yeah, according to people I have.
Yeah.
Then got caught in the act.
I act all the time, so.
Not
mean-
that act.
Oh,
Like in what way?
Someone walked in on you in the bedroom.
No.
no. Nay.
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 Sir, yours?
Nay.
Indulged in PDA.
In what?
PDA.
Public display of affection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with who?
Anyone.
Anyone. Oh yeah, absolutely. If I see my son, I'll hug him.
No, with a lover.
I like.
Lover.
Yeah, with a lover, woman of your desire, your wife.
My PDA is with my children.
My
I love
last.
Vijay. I give him a hug in public.
Yeah, he's hugged in public.
I won't hug Jaideep in public. He'll scold me.
My last question is based on the teaser. Neena ji very nicely says that शादी से पहले test drive करना चाहिए. Do you all believe in शादी से पहले test drive?
I believe in everything Neena ji says.
That's a good call, yeah.
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 Neena ji knows it all.
Yeah.
Whatever Neena ji says, we do it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find. No, I can't say this. Yeah, absolutely. Neena ji is right. But you know what she says in today's day and age makes a lot of sense.
True.
It's incredibly bang on.
I agree. Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you so much for talking to me.